Hello everybody, welcome back to LilyLuLou. My name's Karen, I'm the Junk Journal Geek. Warm welcome to you if it's your first time visiting me today, and a warm welcome back if you are a returning visitor. So today I'm recording the last in the series of the October Journal Monthly, which is a series run by Claire over at Purple Poppy, and she puts up a video every Friday of a journal monthly, and throughout October we've been making this flippy flappy journal that she called a freebie journal because it's made from things that would be, you know, just lying around the house, rubbish basically. So the journal's not going to be finished completely on camera because obviously next Friday we will be into November, so we'll be on to a new journal monthly. But the last video that Claire has put up, I think it was yesterday at the time of recording, but I don't know when this video is going to go up, she just added a couple of pockets and belly bands, and what she had done in the meantime was to fill in a few of her squares with some collage. So I had a masterboard sitting on my desk, so I cut a couple of pieces out and stuck them on as a pocket. So there's one there. Sorry, I can't fit this all under my camera. I don't know where the other piece was. Sure, I put two. Oh yeah, one. That is just an actual collage. I thought I put another. Yeah, must have been dreaming. I think I got interrupted. That's what happened when I was doing it. Oh, was that the other piece, or was that already on? I can't remember. Anyway, that's where we're. Oh, that was the other piece. I think this piece of here was just the bottom of the or the corner of the masterboard. So just cut that out and popped that on. So today I'm just going to make, as I say, a couple of envelopes and a couple of belly bands, and I've got a whole pile of stuff here. This is when anything's lying around in the house and anybody doesn't know what to do with it, they put it on my desk because they know it will get used in a junk journal. When I got up this morning and came downstairs, this was laying on the floor, so I thought, well, that obviously needs to go in, as we've got butterflies on the front. I've got some baking paper here with some wine labels that have come off of bottles of wine that, you know, sometimes I think they're interesting, they look nice, so I soak them, and if I can get them off I just pop them to one side. I've got some tracing paper here. I thought that might make a nice pocket. I've got a bit of cellophane. This is some die cuts that I found when I was tidying up. All sorts of things in there. I don't know if they're going to get used for this. Got some envelopes that have been tea dyed, scrap of paper, bit of junk mail, they shouldn't be in there. Got some wrapping paper. I've got some bits of envelope where I've cut envelopes up to do other things, so they might end up being used as pockets. Wrapping paper, piece of wrapping paper, all sorts of scraps left over from other things. This came in my Hobbycraft parcel when I did my cricket course. Got a little thank you card there from my Scentsy rep. More wine labels, just I don't know why I've got that one in there, but anyway, I have. And an envelope that's been collaged, and a crisp packet. I love these. So we need to make a couple of envelopes and a couple of belly bands. And I thought this wrapping paper, because it's got wavy lines on, that might make a nice belly band. So let's tear a piece off. There's my ruler. I don't think it will tear without the ruler. So how are you all? I hope you are all well. I'm recording this on a Sunday morning, so I'm hoping I'll have a bit of peace. I've forgotten to close the curtains, so if anybody walks past, obviously somebody's going to make their presence known. So I apologise in advance for any barking that may occur. It's very dull here today, so I've left the curtains open, hoping that I can, you know, to help with the light. So I was just lining that up on my envelope to see roughly how long this needs to be. And then I'm going to fold that in half to give that a bit of extra strength. And then let's bring my squares back in. The folded edge I will put at the top, and then that will be a bit of extra protection for when we're sticking things down. So let's find the glue. I think I'll use art glitter for this because it's slightly heavier and it's going to need to stay put. Let's just make sure we've cleared the decks there, and hopefully the glue will flow. So I'm interested to see what the next journal monthly is going to be about. I don't know how Claire comes up with so many brilliant ideas, but she's always got something new to show us. Right, I'm just putting a little bit of glue on each edge of this, each side, and then I'm going to pop that down in the middle-ish, as is my usual MO, and I hope it's straightish as well. Luckily, because the lines are wavy, we can get away with a bit of wonkiness, and also you can't see that blends in with the packaging paper, so that's quite nice there. And then I'm going to do a vertical one on the other side somewhere. Maybe one at the bottom. So I'm sorry if I'm knocking you. So if we're going to go up that way, we want it about that big. So let's just pop that out the way again for the moment. It's so handy having the settee next to me. And this is very wonky. I don't have one straight edge here to work from. I do now. So again, if I do that about 2 inches wide, I think I've done this wrong now. I've just ripped that. I've done it the wrong way round. Let's start again. So I want a piece. I'm going to do it just over 2 inches so that I can tidy up that other edge. And it needs to be about that long. I wanted it to go this way. So I'm going to do the same thing again. Glue those 2 pieces together so that it's strengthened slightly. And then which way round do I want this? I'll pop it down there. I'm just looking to see which edge is the most like. What I should have done, oh, I wonder if I can rescue this. What I should have done is fold in both edges on this one, so that whichever way we go in and out, we have a strengthened edge. That's better. So that's going to go there like that. Just going to tidy up that top edge a little bit. Didn't do a very good job of that, but it'll do. You know, this is, because this is a, oops, I'm trying to put some more glue in there, and where's my wipe? Right, let's just wipe that bit off there. I'm just trying to make sure that's stuck down properly. Bit of glue here. I'm going to pop that way on this one. No, I'm not, because that's going to be my front, and I don't want it on first thing on the front. So I'm not going to pop that there. I'm going to pop it here. That's that one. Let's leave that to dry and make a couple of envelopes, and then I know all my squares won't be filled, but as I say, it's not going to be finished on camera because we're going to be onto a new one next week. So I've got quite a lot of book page type things in this already. And that is very big, so let's do, I wanted to make an envelope with this tracing paper. I think that will look nice. So I'm just leaning to the side of the camera to see what I have where and where I might want this. So let's fold this in. That's the flap. Is that going to be too deep? Bring that down a little bit. That's our basic envelope shape. And then I'm just seeing that's about how wide we'd want it. So, did anybody see? Oh, there it is. Lost my ruler then. Yeah, so it's, as I said, it's Sunday morning here, pouring with rain outside. Hubby's in bed. My youngest daughter has just popped out. I'm amazed that she's up and out so early because she's worked all this week. It's her only day off. I thought she'd be having a good old lie-in, but no, she's up and out. Now, I'm going to try sealing this with art glitter glue. I'm hoping it will dry clear enough that you don't see it through the tracing paper. I don't know if it will wrinkle the tracing paper. I haven't done this enough to know, but we'll find out, won't we? If it's very wrinkly once it's dry, what will I do? I will decorate it. I'll stick something over the edges to make it look pretty. In fact, I might do that anyway, because I think that will look nice. So that's my envelope. Oh, so I want to make something to go in the envelope. And I've got, obviously I've got to make journal cards and things to go in all the pockets. So we still have work to do. Where is my, there it is. So I'm going to pop this envelope, I'm going to stick it onto the pages with double-sided tape. If I can rip the double-sided tape off. No, I can't. Right, okay. Scissors it is. Don't know why. Can't tear that today. Goodness me. Very sticky tape. I'll just try and trim this little bit off. That should be okay. Oh, I didn't put the pin back in my glue either. Where did that go? Because I've put this pile of rubbish that's usually on my desk. It's balanced on, I'm working on the fairy tale journal at the moment, so I just balanced this all on top. When I put all that to one side, I've balanced that on top, and we've got a bit of an avalanche situation going on. Right, so that's in there. No, that won't work on there. Do I want to put, I don't think I should be trying to decorate on camera, because we know I have trouble at the best of times making decisions. So let's just pop this where it's going to go. So that's going to go there. I think I need my pokey tool. One. Oh, come on. Things don't seem to be cooperating this morning. Or at least this double-sided tape doesn't seem to be cooperating. Right, that's my flap. Oh, do I want to put... Oh, I don't really want an envelope and an envelope, do I? Do I? Oh, I have written an E there because that was supposed to have an envelope. So if I can find my eraser, let's rub that out and we'll put that on that side instead. That way round, Karen. So that can go there. So obviously we'll have something pretty in there that you can sort of see through, and I will put something nice down the edges to decorate, to cover up the glue. So that's that side. So we've done 2 belly bands and 1 envelope. So we need to do another envelope now, the other side. I'm laying this next to me so I can see where I am. So maybe, well, this is cheating really if I just use this, but I'll probably put that in as a pocket. I'm supposed to be making envelopes. Maybe I should make an envelope out of this as well. Could do that, couldn't I? Just wondering. Wouldn't be enough that way. Sorry, I know I'm going off camera here. I'm just trying to see how much I would need. Right, if I just tear off this square at the end, that should give me enough. Getting myself in the right pickle this morning. I was intending to use some of the tissue paper that the toilet rolls get wrapped in. I can't see that on my desk this morning. Right, now how wide do we want this to be? About there. It's handy having these lines on the back of this wrapping paper. My flap, and I'm going to be, normally I would cover the inside of this so you can't see this, but as this is a freebie journal where we are, you know, the idea is to make use of rubbish. Max, get down. Max, good boy. I'm happy that you know that you can see that this was wrapping paper, and it still has the grid lines on the back. So, does that give us enough to tuck things in? Maybe I should just turn this edge over. Let's see how that is. And now my flap's not big enough if I do that. That should be okay. So this edge, I think I'll glue it and then straighten it up a bit. See how it looks. It's not completely straight. That's where I've cut it when I was wrapping something up. Come on, glue. I think this bottle needs refilling. It's amazing how much longer the glue lasts when you decant it into those little bottles. So that's that. That's our other little envelope. And I'm just going to make some sort of attempt to straighten this edge up. Max is making a lot of noise. And I've still managed to make that too big after all that faffing about measuring. It needs to come down a bit more. I thought this was going to be a very quick and simple video this morning, but I am managing to really make a meal of it. Right, that's a little bit better. So I'm going to put some glue. Actually, I'm going to glue the whole thing down. I'm not going to stick it in as another pocket or tuck space. I'm living dangerously this morning. I haven't got my glue mat out or a glue book or anything. So this is going to go in the middle down here. So how many little holes do we have left to fill up? Let's have a look. Where's my pin gone? There it is. Let's pop the pin back in. Come on. Even the pin doesn't want to go back in this morning. So at the top we have one space still in the middle. We have one space on the left here, and then the rest is full up. We've got pockets, we've got our flippy thing to hide things in, we've got our belly band, and then at the bottom we've got some note paper, the envelope we've just made, and another pocket envelope here. And then on the other side, so that's 2 squares still to be filled. And then on this side, oh, we've got 2 on this side as well. So at the top, sorry for knocking the camera, we've got the cover on that square, we've got collage here, we've got an envelope here, and we've got the other envelope we've just made here, writing paper there, 1 square to fill, more writing paper, another flippy book, more writing paper, another belly band we've just made, another pocket, and a square there to fill. Now this one ends up being the front cover when this is all folded up, so that needs something nice on there to decorate, you know, to look pretty, because it's the first thing we're going to see when we open the book. So I need to do that. And then the other thing we need to do, if I can fold this back up properly, is the closure. So Claire popped a little hole in the middle of her spine and then reinforced it, thread some string through and reinforced it. Now I don't know what I have on my desk here, but I don't think I've got any string. That won't be long enough. I do have this pot of ribbons and things. This is all, if I make something out with ribbon and I have some left over, it gets chucked in this jar, and if I buy something that has ribbon on, which is where this has come from that I showed you in another video, I cut it off and pop it in this jar. So I want something to go with the butterflies really. That's Christmas. The 2 Christmas ones are in there just because they are, but they are proper lengths of ribbon, they're not leftovers of something. I've got here some, I can't find the end of it, that's not long enough. What was I going to say? I've got some of this, sorry silk, that's the word I'm looking for. But the orange, oh there is an orange butterfly on there. I wonder if we could use the orange. Would that be enough? Should be enough. Let's do a little tie up. Yeah, that will be enough. So Claire did was, let's get some of this out of the way because I've got some room to work. I've got some more orange here. I might leave this out and use that as the reinforcing bit. Chuck the rest back in, Karen. I'm just trying to tidy it away to give myself some space to work. Right, let's pop that over there. Now, Claire made a little hole. Where's my, was that the piece? That's a little piece. Which piece is the longest? That's the longest. Oh, was this longer? Oh, that's longer. We'll use the longer one, just to be sure. So, where's my pokey tool gone? Now, I was going to be organised, and before I started this, I was going to have some circles cut to use as reinforcements, but I'm not organised, so I haven't. So I'm going to do what Claire did. So I'm going to make a little hole there and try and poke this through the little hole. I might need to make a big hole. We'll see. Yeah, the end won't go through there. So we're going to make a slightly bigger hole there. Slightly bigger than I wanted it to be, but right, if I can get that through there. The sari silk's broken. So let's just make sure it is long enough to tie. So now we need to glue that hole back up. A bit on the other side. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'm just literally putting some glue around the hole where the sari silk's coming through. And obviously Claire used string, so it was, you know, a much smaller hole. And then Claire reinforced hers with a piece of lace. I don't have anything here to hand like that, I don't think. But what I thought was probably not that piece of sari silk, because that's the piece that tore, so it's already not very strong. This might be enough to reinforce that spine. So I need to find a little bit of sari silk that doesn't already have a hole in. That should do it. And just flattening this out a bit. And that's got to go that way so that it will wrap around the book. So I am going to use some glue stick just to get this down for now. And then I may come back in if I need to later with maybe some fabric glue on the edges of this. But I deliberately haven't stuck these edges that are going over the covers because I think that looks nice and scrappy. So let's chop that off there and see how that is looking. I'm wondering if I will need to do the same in here, or if that's going to be okay. And obviously you don't need to tie this in a bow, you could just tie it up. Right, so that, yes, that is still pulling, so I need something here. So what I'm thinking is, can you hear Max in the background? He's making his sofa. Where is my hole punch? And then I wonder if this would be enough. It might if I do double. Right, so what I'm going to do is stick these together to give that a bit of extra strength. So I've got a bit of sturdiness there. Actually, I might add one more on. And then I need to grab my hole punch. Just bear with me a second. I'm just walking to the other side of the room. Get the crocodile and unlock it. That circle is an inch, so we want that to go halfway. So about there. Now let's hope that's big enough for the sari silk to go through. Yes. So I'm just going to stick that there. The glue comes out. So I've popped glue all around the edge, and then I'm sliding that down the sari silk to my spine. I'm just trying to tuck it under my first paper fold there. So now that that shouldn't go anywhere, that should stay nice and strong, hopefully. Pin. What a mess. Well, it started off as a very simple, quick couple of belly bands and a couple of simple envelopes, but Karen has managed to make a meal of that. It turned into a bit of an epic one. Anyway, that's done now. Max, get your head out. It's got his head in my craft box. So this is the page that I said is going to need decorating to look pretty, because it's the first thing we see when we open the book. So I've got to put something nice there, and I've also got to do that to help reinforce that tear there. But that's our book. So folds down that way, and then it opens that way, and then it opens that way. So I will carry on in my own time, filling up the rest of the squares, and look out on Instagram, and I will at some point pop on some more pictures showing how it's looking. I need to leave this open to dry, but just to show you, that is how it's looking for now. Claire's book stood up. Oh, mine does stand up. I didn't think it would. So there we go. Hope you've enjoyed this little series. Thank you, Claire, for the inspiration. I'm looking forward to the next one. I'll be joining in again, hopefully, all being well. In the meantime, thanks for joining me today, everybody. Stay safe, look after yourselves, and enjoy your own crafty time. Bye-bye.